sexy and mysterious Scorpio moon. It is Kay, your astrologer, numerologist, spiritual witch and all-round friend. So our first card that's flipped for today's energy is, we've had this come up as well a few days ago, the Swan. Really, really nice. So soulmate energy, you know, or if it's not a soulmate for some of you, it's connection to what it is that we really desire, what it is that we really want. Two things coming together that are meant to be. So this is really nice energy for the overall energy of today. What do we need to know about this spirit under this Scorpio moon? Okay, so someone could be hearing news, or news could be coming our way with the Knight of Swords. Oops. Could be news from a Capricorn, or a Capricorn could be involved. Wow, they're just jumping. just jumping. And it feels as though, I'm going to clarify this, it feels as though there could be some kind of decision making or responsibility. And the clarification card is, wow, okay, the King of Swords. Wow. So straight away, this does feel as though someone could be hearing some news from a Capricorn. If a Capricorn's not involved, then it could be that you're going to hear news about something that you've been waiting to hear from, or you've been quite obsessed about hearing news from, or you've wanted to know a response or what's happening, what they're doing, what they're thinking. You're finally going to get to hear that news. Now, what comes in when you do hear that news is definitely something that's going to give you something to think about, or some kind of juggling act with the Two of Pentacles. It could be that you need to make a decision once you hear the news that you've been waiting to hear. But the news that does come in with the clarifier card with the King of Swords is pretty straightforward and honest news. So I feel as though whatever you hear or whatever comes your way, you can pretty much try to go with it and trust it with the King of Swords. The King of Swords energy is, you know, about truth, honesty, upholds the law. It could be for some of you that you will hear news from a legal matter or about a legal matter. This card does represent divorce as well. I hate to say it, but it can represent divorce. So for anybody here who's been dealing with a divorce, you may be hearing news about that. But we've got the Swan's energy here, which was about things coming together in connection and soulmate energy. So I'm not really too much picking up about a breakup or a divorce or hearing news about this, but I do want to put it out there because that is what this card does represent. But ultimately what I'm feeling here is, yeah, if a Capricorn's not involved, if it's not hearing news from a Capricorn, you will be hearing news about something that you've been very, very keen, almost obsessed, to the point of checking your social medias or checking your emails or messages quite often to see if you've got a response. That response is going to come in, and when it comes in, there could be some decision making that needs to be made on this. And what does come in, you can pretty much trust it. It feels as though it's going to be quite honest, quite an honest response, or quite honest news. Honest response or honest news. Let me put that out there properly. So yeah, definitely going to hear some news. Two things are going to come together, which is nice. So it's about reunion is what I'm hearing here. Reunion and hearing news, and two things coming together. If anybody is waiting, this has come up before this week. So this could be a message for the same person or the same people who are waiting to hear news. Okay, your fortune message has just flipped straight away, and we've got here work, what flipped out for you. So this could be work related for some of you, or it could be a message that you need to put in the work with whatever it is that you hear. Because I mentioned to you that there's going to be some decision making that needs to be done once you hear this news. You may need to work with the other person, whoever you hear the news from, in order to get to a place of agreement. It may take some work from you both, on both sides. And for others of you, this could be news about work as well that comes in. Or what's just come to me now, anybody who's been job hunting and they've been looking for their perfect job, this connection with the Swan here, and two people or two things coming together. Work could be what comes in for some of you, if that's what you've been waiting to hear news about. If you've had an interview and you're waiting for the result, you could hear news about this as well. So really nice energy for today under this Scorpio moon. If you like the moon phases, I'll show it to you again as well. I've put the 2022 daily and weekly moon phase planner this year that I've created up on Amazon. So it is there, the link is below, you can check it out. I won't plug it too much. And if you do love tarot cards as much as I do, following my course, The Intuitive Tarot Reader, I've had my book published, which is a guide to tarot wisdom, which will give you all the details you need to know about the tarot cards and how to interpret them. So have a wonderful, sexy, mysterious Scorpio moon, and I will catch you tomorrow.